Oh yeah. What up? Happy Sunday morning. It's time to raffle off the winner of the contest and to recap and review some fantastic final entries to the contest, which were excellent and much appreciated. Shout out to Simeon, D-Rump Comics. Oh, no worries, man. I got so many entries. It was, well, for me, so many entries. It was great. Hero and the Kid. Looking forward to that Biggie interview today. Coach Vic, who provided a fantastic entry that I'm going to recap in this as well. Appreciate it. Bubba French. What's up, Bubba? You're in the drawing. I appreciated your entry. Yeah, no worries, Simeon. Okay. First off, I have a little what if to share. I watched the film this morning, and it was almost like an Elseworlds. It was like an Elseworlds what if a movie company made the most dog shit X-Men movie ever. It was a really interesting Elseworlds. It was this world where Mystique is some reason the moral compass leader of the X-Men. The leader of the X-Men is Mystique for no other reason than they happen to stumble into casting a girl that became famous. They made her the leader of the fucking X-Men. Like, have some moral integrity. Like, just because you got a famous chick as the role, you had to make her the lead in your movie, make her the leader of the X-Men. Pathetic. Charles Xavier is like the villain in the movie, basically. Not the villain, but like you get lots of Mystique and Beast being like, "You're a fucking monster. We need to get away from you. You're evil. You're taking advantage of the X-Men." Like they wicked paint Professor X as like this shitbag. That was ridiculous. What if, also in this X-Men universe, what if for some reason, when Mystique and Beast are behind closed doors, they choose to transform into their human versions? By the way, Beast can transform from blue furry to human at will in this Elseworlds universe. And when they're out in public, they're always in their blue form or their furry form. But for some reason, during the scenes that are in the mansion, they revert to their human form. Which why would Mystique want to go into her human form when she's supposed to be at her most comfortable in the Institute among other mutants? Did you just want to hit home that Jennifer, whatever the fuck, is in your movie? Disgusting. What if the Phoenix Force was not a space entity? And like, I don't even understand that. Because she busted out the Phoenix Force at the end of the last movie as like a mutant power, hits Apocalypse with it. It was just the way they handled the Jean having the Phoenix thing was embarrassing. Terrible. So anyway, that was really bad. That was like a bad Elseworlds story, that X-Men movie. So terrible. And shout out to D-Runk, who, right when it first came out, put out a fantastic review of it. It's one of my favorite videos that D-Runk has ever made. It's so funny. And especially now that I watched the movie. After I watched the movie, he knows because I put a comment on it. After I watched the movie, I went straight back to that D-Runk video and rewatched it and loved it even more now that I saw the movie. But y'all need to check that out. It only had like 30-something views, which I'm like, That's criminal. What a great video. All right. So anyway, that was my opening statement about that horrible X-Men movie, which was, like I said, a bad Elseworlds. Yo, Mr. G, good to see you, man. Yes, it was disgusting. Hey, Super Russ, what's up, brother? Yo, Discovery. Oh, appreciate you, man. Just stopping by to drop a like and do that community thing. Appreciate you, Disco. And Chris Barrett. Chris Barrett. He says, see, I'm incapable of watching these comic movies critically. I'm happy with the bland powder stuff. Yeah. And I'm kind of with you for the most part, I guess. In a lot of ways, I don't like to get super into continuity and be like, well, that's not how it was in the comics. Well, bitch, this isn't a comic. This is a movie. And it's a different interpretation. You know, because there's plenty of comic books when a different writer gets their hands on it, an artist. They make a lot of changes too. So we should grant films that same creative space. But I just don't like it when I feel like they don't have any appreciation for the properties. You know, the whole final, this whole like 75% of the movie, the entire X-Men is in street clothes. Cyclops is wearing a hoodie and like jeans. Nightcrawler, same thing, rocking jeans. I'm like, what the fuck? Magneto is wearing like a black jacket with some khakis. I'm like, dude, give me a fucking colorful X-Men outfit situation, dude. They were rocking street clothes. Phoenix is wearing like some fucking J.C. Penney outfit, bro. When Phoenix has one of the coolest design costumes out there. Don't tell me you can't make a cool costume. I see what these cosplayers do on a home budget. So don't tell me, Hollywood, you can't make a good goddamn costume. But there were some highlights, like the Dazzler disco concert was pretty cool. They had her in the classic blue face paint, white disco cool outfit. That was really cool. There was some decent action scenes where they're using their powers in an interesting way. But I'm really hold X-Men in high regard, so it really bummed me out. Hey, Mastodon, what up, heavy hitter? Genome Presents, what's up, brother? Good to see you on this Sunday morning. I hope you're doing well. Yo, what's shaking, Bake the Snake? Ruben, what up, my brother? I'm going to be recapping your entries as well. The train sequence was fun. Yeah, dude. You know what was the most badass sequence in that movie was they roll up. They're outside of the little mansion thing that the villains are in, whatever. The Jean Grey's in. Magneto fucking does his they're in New York City. Magneto does his magnet power and fucking rips a subway train from underground up through the street above ground. And I was like, yo, I don't even think I've ever seen that in a comic. I'm like, that is such a badass way for Magneto to use his powers, to be in New York City and just rip a fucking sub-level subway train up through the ground. I was like, yo, that was good. That was pretty good. Yeah, man, Hero needs them J.C. Penney pleateds. Okay. Let me get into why we're here. Just first, Bake just reminded me, just a quick word from our sponsors. Boom. Just like those soulful, middle-aged white men just said, Folgers. It's the best coffee around, dude. Get yourself a cup. All right. So here's the deal. I got a few more entries, and I really want to. Uh, I really wanted to make a point to share all the entries. I know not a lot of contests do that, but this one I really wanted to make that part of the whole contest thing. Is as you submitted them, I wanted to share them and talk about them and like highlight them, because a lot of them, this contest I feel like lent itself better to written entries, more so than videos. Honestly, I think this thing really shined for people to like write out a story. And so, a lot of people couldn't like watch a video entry of it. I want to make a point, and some of them got emailed to me, DM'd to me. So I want to make a point to shout some of these out. So first up, Chris Barrett. Chris Barrett with his great entry. Let me screen here. All right, Chris Barrett's entry. What if it's a what if Spider-Man tale? Okay, he sent it to me on Instagram, so I'm just going to refer to my phone. What if the Clone Saga never happened? And let me show you something interesting that Chris did. He gave me the timeline of what was going on in certain ASM issues, and was like injecting how his initial what if premise would affect the stories from all those issues, which was really cool. That was a clever way to do it. So his original premise is just, what if the Clone Saga never happened? So we go to issue 418 of ASM. Peter and Mary Jane have their daughter. And for me, forgive me, I'm not a big Spider-Man reader, so I'm not even sure what the changes are, what happened originally, but I'm sure a lot of you will. Still is a great story. ASM 14, like I said, Peter and Mary Jane have their daughter. As a result, Peter hangs up the Spider-Man mantle. This allows for the Peter clone, Scarlet Spider, to take the mantle. Oh shit! D-Runk's pumped right now. D-Runk's like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. So Scarlet Spider takes the mantle. Once Civil War begins, Ben Reilly, having notified... Oh. Okay. ASM number 529, Civil War crossover. Once Civil War begins, Ben Reilly had no ties to Iron Man, the way Peter Parker did. So Ben Reilly sides with Captain America during Civil War. Aunt May never gets shot. Aunt May got shot? What? Aunt May never got shot. ASM 545. Peter never makes his deal with Mephisto, costing him his life to save Aunt May. ASM 700. Thanks to having both Mary Jane and Aunt May, Peter isn't put in the position with Doc Ock to do the mind swap. Right? Because I know enough that that's the Superior Spider-Man storyline, right? And then lastly, ASM 797 to 800. Finally, Peter comes out of retirement to fight the Red Goblin. Mary Jane disapproves of him binding with the Venom symbiote, though. So really cool. I dig it, man. That was a great entry, Chris. I appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Mr. Gal's like, he's thinking right now, I need to read some of these books. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Aunt May getting shot. I need to see what's up with that. So thanks, Chris. Next up, why don't I go to... All right, so my man Ruben Guzman, who's in the chat. He sent me multiple entries, which is really cool. And I think some of these are pre-existing, or one of them anyway. Like that Mojo verse is gangster. And it's like a really interesting story that spans World War II and all that. But what I'm going to do here, because he sent me a large Mojo verse story, and then another like story that spans the Marvel universe. But then he sent me some nice little like concepts, and I'm gonna share some of these concepts with you because there were some really fun ones. Okay. This one, Justice League mythology. With the continuing escalation of war on Earth, Ares' clout overtakes him, turning him insatiable. In light of this, Athena sends a champion to Earth. Infatuated by the Superman, Athena breathes life into a warrior, inspired by the powers and garb of the Man of Steel. Her name is Diana. Armed with strength, flight, and the lasso of truth, the warrior princess joins the fight for good. Ares, enraged by the very existence of Wonder Woman, begins moving and shaking events, tipping the balance in his favor. Ares is eventually defeated, though, and judged at Areopagus. Sorry, I don't know how to read that. That Greek word. Judged at Areopagus by the champion of the gods. And here's the cool tagline. Who are the champion of the gods? The Flash of Hermes, the Lantern of Apollo, the Cyborg of Hephaestus, the Trident of Poseidon, the Lightning of Zeus, and the Dark Knight of Hades. Brother. Nice little Greek mythology spin on the Justice League. And then lastly, I'll do one more of these because these are great. This is, the title of it was Foggy Gotham Town. Okay? And I'm just going to read you like a casting. And you can see where it goes from here. Let me just take a quick look at the chat. Hey, Conceto. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. I'm just running through some of these, my last entries before I randomize the winner. Here we go. Aeropagus. Oh, there we go. Aeropagus. I don't know how I said it, but I probably butchered it. Okay. One more of Rubens. This one I really got a kick out of this one. Batman as Sherlock Holmes. Alfred as Watson. Detective James Gordon as Inspector Lestrade. Selina Kyle as Irene Adler. Edward Nygma as James Moriarty, the Dean of Gotham University. That's badass. Floyd Lawton as Sebastian Morin the Assassin. Jonathan Crane as the Invisible Man, a professor of psychology at Gotham University. Harvey Dent as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Fuck yeah. As professor of law at Gotham University. That's a great one. Kirk Langstrom as Dracula, a doctor at Arkham Asylum. Fire. Solomon Grundy as Frankenstein's monster. So fucking good. The Mad Hatter, Maxie Zeus, the Ventriloquist, Humpty Dumpty, the Clock King, Cornelius Stirk, Calendar Man, Poison Ivy, and Victor Zsasz are all a cast of patients at Arkham Asylum. Great choices, too, to go with this theme of villains. Oswald Cobblepot as a Gotham socialite. Bazile Carlo as a Gotham socialite. Ra's al Ghul as himself. And let me see if the chat can guess. And the Joker. So you've seen the vibe that he's established here, right? It's not just Sherlock Holmes, but it's like all those classic, I don't know what you'd call this category, like the classic monsters, Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Dr. Jekyll and Hyde. So with this whole tone we've established here, you'll notice one major character I haven't mentioned is the Joker, right? What up, Aggressively? Life with Two Tubers, good to see you. Can you guys guess who the Joker would be in this world? Who would you say the Joker would be? Let me take some guesses. There we go. That's a good way to say it. Classic English horror literature. Yep, exactly. This is a great cast. Yes. Yep. Chris Barrett, the Joker as the Gill Man. Werewolf. Yeah, we didn't see a werewolf. Who could werewolf be? Hmm. Yeah, and I think the chat's on board. It is indeed Jack the Ripper. That's right, man. D-Runk was the first one I saw that said it. Comics for Thomas. Yeah, man. Jack. That's who Ruben put. Joker as Jack the Ripper. Uh, really well done, dude. That was fucking. I gotta say, that's my favorite one. I know that one was probably like one of your more short and sweet ones, but man, what a fucking. Uh, oh yeah, you know what he did with Man Bat? He said he casted Kirk Langstrom as Dracula, which I thought was pretty clever. So really cool. Uh, Now I need to see that shit. That's the problem with this contest. There's so many of these entries. I'm like, oh, I need this to be a thing, man. I need to read this shit. So thank you, Ruben. Who's next? These last ones, they're all heavy hitters. They really are. These mostly came through my email and Instagram. So you haven't seen these in my comment section. Okay, let's holler at Big Vic, Coach Vic. Yo, what's poppin' first edition, bro? Just going through. This is the finale of the contest. All right, Coach Vic. Let me. I can read this. Fuck it, I'm just gonna read it. It's Sunday morning. So his premise is: what if Superman were a lawyer? What if Superman were a lawyer? Okay. And so you open up with Clark Kent, Deputy District Attorney Clark Kent, being celebrated in his office for another victory in court. One of the people runs in Detective John Jones. Oh yeah, that's another character. Detective John Jones, Martian Manhunter, rushes and tells him, yo, directive from the DA is to capture the Metropolis vigilante. That's their orders. Detective Jones doesn't think he's as bad as everyone makes him out to be, but they agree it is hard for people to trust a black anything, let alone a black vigilante. And more importantly, he has his orders. Was he black? Yeah. Yeah. So, elsewhere, in a secret military base, Army General Roscoe Lloyd is discussing the Metropolis vigilante with a group of scientists. He's questioning whether or not he is one of the escaped test subjects from the military base, because the Army was developing an experimental drug known as an ACTH derivative. The serum was originally designed by the United States Army to create super soldiers who possess a resistance to enemy truth serums. But it turns out to have developed metahuman traits in some of the test subjects. Finally, they stabilized the serum, and while not giving them what they hoped for powers, it has developed a stronger, better soldier known as the Black Knights. After further discussion with his scientist, General Lloyd decides to dispatch the Black Knights to capture the Metropolis vigilante. Now, flashback. Back in Metropolis, at the district attorney's office, the DA is having a meeting where he's discussing the Metropolis vigilante. He's describing the destruction, the mayhem that he's causing across Metropolis. One of the officers speaks up and says, from what he's seen, he's fixing problems created by other people, and maybe he's a hero and not a vigilante. DA Lex Luthor will not budge on his belief that he is a menace to society. Menace to society, cuz and he needs to be stopped. Wrap up and tease the final section. After Clark successfully prosecutes one of the real people responsible for mayhem, thanks in no small part to the assistance of Superman, aka the Metropolis Vigilante, which is him, right? Let me finish it. Because Vic's here, you can clarify one little point for me. After Clark successfully prosecutes one of the real people responsible for the mayhem, maybe one of the Black Knights or something, thanks in no small part to the assistance of Superman, aka the Metropolis Vigilante. So we've revealed this Metropolis Vigilante is in fact Superman. D.A. Luthor wants him to create a link between the vigilante and the newly convicted criminal. While eating lunch with Detective Jones and discussing the case, they are approached by someone who is a lawyer. He addresses Kent and says he's been watching him and that he'd like to partner up in a new law firm, and then hands him his business card. The business card reads, Augustus Freeman IV, Esquire, Freeman Mason International. The end. Now, if y'all don't know, who he just introduced there at the end is Milestone Comics character Icon. Remember him? Like the Black Superman, dude. Okay, so Clark Kent. Yeah, I knew the lawyer was Icon. I picked up on that. I just wasn't so Clark Kent is also black in this. Got it. Because at first I wasn't sure if he was saying that Icon was the Metropolis Superman. So that's badass, dude. That was cool. That's like changing a little aspect of the story and letting that play out. Detective John Jones, I like that. Making the DA Lex Luthor. Good shit, Vic. I like that. And introducing Icon into it. Hell yeah. Yeah. Right. Clark Kent could definitely tell if someone was lying and be like, listen to that heartbeat and shit. Yo, Big Remo, what's good, brother? Thank you for stopping by. And also, oh, Vinny. What up, Vinny? Working, just listening. Cool, appreciate it. So, great job, Vic, dude. Then I've got 3 more. Jeff. I got 3 more, and I'm gonna raffle off the winner. Sorry if this is too long or whatever, but you know how I do. It's hard for me with these to do a real concise anything. Next up is we did Coach Vic, we did Ruben, Chris Barrett. Comics altruism, bro. Yo, comics altruism. Told an ill story, bro. Let me just get. Okay, here's comics altruism. It's a pretty lengthy one, so I'm just gonna. It was a blast to read. I read the whole thing, but let me give you the bullet points here. So, what if Wicked Lester is a classic rock cover band? And I wasn't familiar with that term. Do you guys? Wicked Lester, does that name mean anything to you? Anyway, Wicked Lester is a classic rock cover band who plays a circuit of low-down, gringy bars, right? They've been playing together for 47 years, never losing hope, but they never like made it, right? And it's the members' name, Gene, Paul, Peter, Ace, right? Kiss. All 4 members are married and faithful to their wives, have health insurance benefits, pension plans, stock investments, humble, modest, the whole thing, right? They all have 9-to-5 jobs. They gig on the side, and they're, you know, and that's it. They never popped. One fateful night, as Wicked Lester's loading their gear into Gene's van outside the Clockwork Bar, a duck waddles confidently up the urine-soaked alleyway with a glittering turban bedazzled with 4 glorious gems: red, blue, yellow, green. He says, "My name is Howard, and I have come from a different dimension to correct the course of your dimension's history." Peter reels back and says, "Holy fucking shit, did that duck just talk?" um, Howard says, "You must each take a gem and use it to fulfill your destiny as a band and as saviors of the planet. The green one controls time, which will allow you to go back and rewrite history. The red one can return your youth to you, the reality stone, and many more powers you'll soon learn. The purple one, will give you true supremacy to convince those damn record execs of your godlike ability to shred ass with the power of rock. The blue one will teleport you wherever you need to go. And there are 2 more gems in the universe, but they're hidden from you to keep you from becoming too powerful to self-destruct. You must each wield 1 gem and never give them to each other. It's just too much power." And he walks off. Ace says, "I did way too much LSD back in the day, dude." um, and look at this. So Ace gets the blue one, space. Paul gets the purple stone, power. Peter gets the green stone, time. Gene gets the red stone, reality. And he put in parentheses, "In case you don't know, these are the colors on each of their solo albums." Oh shit. I wasn't aware of that. And that's fucking clever. Um, so here's the title: What if Kiss had the Infinity Gems? Okay. Now let me cut you through this part, which is Wicked Lester is Kiss. Just popped in with the chat. Shred. Yeah, I like that line too. Shred ass with the power of rock. Okay. Here we go. Just to pop you through this section, which is they have the Infinity Stones. First order of business for them is they go back in time, like he suggested, and they become mega Kiss superstars like they always wanted, right? Because when we met them in the beginning, that didn't happen. So, boom. But also, on top of their superstardom, they're out here being like heroes. Like there's a scene where the band they start out beating up muggers, then they're taking on enemies like Mandarin, Loki. Finally, in outer space, taking on Galactus and Silver Surfer. It's a butt-kicking, fun-loving rock and romp, he said. Each member gets married to supermodels, this and that. But here's where shit gets real. Gene Simmons. Fucking Gene Simmons, bro. You know how he is. His mentality, his ego. He wants to find those other gems. And the band's like, "No, dude. It's too. We're fine. We've got enough." The duck said, "We don't need that. It's too much power." Gene wants that power, right? Gene ends up breaking off from the crew. He's too power hungry. He does. I think he has Dynasty strapped to his back, which I'm assuming that's the name of his guitar. I think he's using Dynasty as a weapon. He whoops the team's ass. He's gone nuts. I think he's like trying to slowly build the Infinity Gauntlet. He raises a Kiss army. he raises like a Kiss army that's like fighting on his behalf. And the actual Marvel Universe, Avengers, have to team up with the remaining members of Kiss to stop the big bad demon Gene Simmons with the Infinity Glove, basically, is the premise. And they have a big fucking battle, you know what I'm saying? And then Captain America ends up doing the final KO thwarting of Gene Simmons, right? And then you saved the world from I was made for loving you, which I'm assuming that's a good inside Kiss joke. We owe you our eternal gratitude. But first, Paul holds the bass guitar over the void, drops it. Oh, I see. So then at the end, they have to basically give. They say, this is too much. Look what the devastation has caused. And all the band gives back the stones. They throw them away into a void. And they basically go back to normal. And he ends with a Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck shows back up, looks directly into the reader's eyes, poised to drop some pivotal and poignant moral message. He takes a deep breath and says, well, that got out of hand fast. So, kudos to comic altruism, bro. Good job, man. Fucking, how creative is that? Kiss, Infinity War, fucking, how cool, man. How cool was that? Hey, what's up, Magic Lasso? Just a Rican. Silver Age Dave. Hey, good morning, man. Heck yeah, get out there for a run, dude. Comic Book Fever. Right? Not a bad idea. That could be a fun little like Boom Studios comic. Hell yeah. Oh, thanks, Rican. Rican's always looking out to help his brothers get them subs, man. Thank you. Okay, next one. J Hood. Mr. J Hood Creative, brother. Here we go. I think I can read his. It's fairly succinct. So, here we go. J Hood Creative. A nationwide manhunt is triggered by the headline, Wayne Baby Kidnapped. No trace of this baby is ever found. Okay? So, keep that in mind. Wayne Baby Kidnapped. No trace of this baby is ever found. Boom. Now, Martha and Thomas Wayne's broken hearts begin to heal after a mysterious alien rocket ship crashes in the backwoods of their stately Wayne Manor. They keep the child found inside a secret, raising him within the halls of Wayne Manor before making his adoption public a year later. With the help of Alfred the butler, they help him subdue his alien powers and teach him to keep them a secret as he grows up for fear of attracting attention. Okay? You see what's happening here. But tragedy strikes again when the Waynes are stopped by an assailant in a dark alleyway. When Thomas Wayne attempts to stop the robber, he is shot and killed. Overcoming from his shock, the young boy Wayne subdues, this is Clark Wayne, subdues the robber with his superior speed and strength before his mother would fall from the same fate, so he saves his mother. The scuffle attracts a crowd, and young Clark leaps to the top of a nearby building and escapes, running off secretly to Wayne Manor. He seeks out Alfred, who advises him to go into hiding with his own family in jolly old England, mate. The news of a young boy with mysterious abilities attracts the attention of a Tibetan monk named Ras Al Ghul, who intercepts the young Clark Wayne boy and, using his cunning, convinces him to come under his wing in the Legion of Shadows for training. Now, So we see what happened there. That was a little. That's funny. So we see what happened there. That was the Clark, sort of like speeding bullets. The Clark landed at Wayne Manor, but he didn't. But he took it a step further with this last part. Check this out. 15 years later, after all those events I just said, Lionel Luthor. Is that Lex Luthor? That's Lex Luthor's dad's name, apparently. Lionel. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Lionel Luthor is gunned down while visiting Gotham City during his presidential campaign. Martha Wayne watches in shock as Lionel's red-headed son, Lex, rushes to his father's side, accompanied by ... his black-haired brother, who looks uncannily like her deceased husband. Huh? Can you imagine? Let's not forget the very first sentence I said. Wayne boy kidnapped. Wayne boy kidnapped. And then Clark landed in the spaceship. So what? Lex rushes to his father's side, accompanied by Bruce? What will Martha think when both of her sons return? Will they go toe-to-toe? Who becomes the good guy? Is there one? Now, that last part really got me. Because I'll admit, in that beginning chunk, I was like, yo, J Hood, you just did the old, what if Clark landed in Wayne Manor? Instead, that's it? But what he really set up was the stuff around that, which makes it really unique, because that might have been part of the origin, but now we're talking young Bruce Wayne is still raised with his brother Lex Luthor, is still exposed to a childhood trauma of his father getting murdered. How will that affect? Will he become a Batman vigilante? You know what I'm saying? If so, with Lex as a brother and an influence, will they be a team up? Will that influence him evil, good, bad? Who knows? In Superman, last we left with him, he just ended up in possession or hanging out with Ra's al Ghul. Will he just take the training and continue off and stay on the righteous path? Or will he lean into the League of Shadows type of thing? And what happens when these two characters clash? Well done. When you really piece together everything he laid out, that was a fucking really cool Elseworlds, and not just a basic swaparoo of Batman and Superman. Okay. Last one. Yo, what's up? What up, Puff? Let me just take this sip real quick. Word. You got a dig, skin's looking great, cause Crucial's ace, face to face. Alright. Got my sip. Last one, and then we're gonna raffle off this contest prize. It would be nice if the person who wins it is actually in the chat, because then you can just tell me what you want, and I'll start working on it. Maybe today. Norin J. Powell. My boy Norin, who you gotta follow his Instagram account. Norin and I are pals, on Instagram, but he does pop up on YouTube, comments and stuff. But he's an interesting guy, good artist, a good fucking writer, brother. Because just to give you a little sense of this, this is what Norin put together for me. The Coming of Galactus. Okay? Now, I'm not going to read that whole thing to you. But if anyone wants, I'm gonna give you the bullet points, right? And if, God damn it, if anyone wants to read the full version of this or any of them, let me know. I'll forward you the email, and you can go through. Like Ruben wrote, like I gave you the bullet point ones to his other ones, but he wrote a couple main ones that were really nice, like long, good reads that would just be too much for me to read for you here. But if you're interested in reading that or in Norin's, give me a shout. I'll forward the email. I'll get there okay, but I think they'd be fine sharing it. I'll send them to you. This Norin one was really fucking good. Coming of Galactus. Now, the wording, the sentences, really makes a lot of it. But I'm going to try to just give you the bullet points. We're on Krypton, okay? We're on Krypton, and our main character that we're following throughout the story is Jor-El. And Galactus rolls up to Krypton, okay? So you still have Krypton with an impending doom happening that could destroy the planet. But here, it's Galactus that is rolling up to feed on Krypton and destroy it, okay? He rolls up with this big, spaceship machine thing, and tentacles are shooting out and launching deep into the core of Krypton, and it's going to start extracting the life force from the planet and completely destroy it, right? So Jor-El, he's trying to think quick. He's kind of the hero of our story here. He jumps into his little spaceship that he has, his a spacefaring science vessel with weapon capabilities, is how he described it. And he hops in and he's like, Brainiac, engage controls at the captain's chair. Engage holographic vessel controls at the captain's chair. And the Brainiac voice like, welcome, Jor-El. Da-da-da. So that's the first kind of cool thing he did here is Brainiac now is the AI Knight Rider kit voice in for Jor-El's spaceship, which is kind of fun. So there's some cool little interactions there where we have Jor-El in the spaceship arming certain weapons, having Brainiac, the AI of the ship, arming certain weapons. He's trying to blast at Galactus's thing to no avail until finally he launches full speed into it like fucking kamikaze fighter jet. Sorry, that I shouldn't have said it like that. Flew in like a kamikaze jet, and he flies right through it, almost as if it was holographic. And then he stands toe to toe with Galactus in the ship. Okay. And Galactus says, I'll read you this exchange because it's pretty good. Here we have Jor-El, tiny human, face to face with this giant Galactus in his little space vessel, ready to feed on shit. Galactus says, what were you attempting to accomplish, little gnat? Jor-El shook. Galactus again, I assume you have the power of speech, flea. With his eyes wide open and his mouth hanging, Jor-El manages to speak and says, Galactus, you know my name. What were you attempting to accomplish? Did you truly believe you could injure me with your pathetic, impotent weapons? I turned your vessel to space dust and allowed the atoms of your body to phase through the hull of my ship. The power cosmic endows me with limitless ability. You nor your weapons, nor your world were ever any threat to me. I shall decimate your world to ashes and rubble and feast on its remnants. You may watch if you like. Galactus, wearing what appeared to be a grin, and gets back to work. Jor-El's mind raced, and something from within blurted out, I have an offer to make. What could an ant such as you ever offer Galactus? Bitch. I added the bitch part. Let me probe the heavens, scan the starways, roam the endless cosmos for you. Your herald I will be. Lush worlds I will find for your consumption. All this I will do for you if you spare my people. Spare Krypton. Turning back toward Jor-El, Galactus spoke. Consider well what you have offered. He that assumes the mantle of the Herald of Galactus shall do so forever. If that is the cost, I willingly accept. Hear my plea, and I am ever yours to command. The worlds I find and offer you will be yours to feed upon. Your words have been heard. The die is cast. So be it, Kryptonian. Herald, prepare yourself to be reborn. Boom. A lot of magical shit happens. Power surging. In lack of the substance would shield him. With outstretched hands and dynamic energy coursing from his fingertips, Galactus transformed the fragile man into a new design, one whose body was now encased in a silver substance of his own creation. This substance would shield him from heat and cold or lack of oxygen. Neither the bone-chilling emptiness of airless space nor the consuming inferno of the hottest star could cause harm to Jor-El. A flying board was created from nothingness as a means of transport throughout the cosmos, and it would be commanded by thought. Again, Galactus spoke. From this day forth, whoever and whatever you were is no more. Now and forevermore, you are my herald. You shall be known as the Silver Surfer. All that was will be forgotten to you. I leave your sacred emblem on your chest. This is the Superman symbol. I leave your sacred symbol on your chest. I mark your board with it as well as a consecration. Your mind will acknowledge it, however. Its significance shall never pass beyond the veil of forgotten memories. Now go, fulfill your oath, and find a world to assuage my gnawing hunger. Before I go to the dramatic finale, is this good or what? Super Surfer, yeah, but it's Jor-El. Check this out. The ending is really fucking good. So now, actions on Silver Surfer Jor-El. The being known as the Silver Surfer raises his head. Master, he spoke. A planet teeming with life, possessing immense energy, lies directly beneath us. Although we reside in this vessel, somehow I feel it, I sense it. It will provide exquisite sustenance for you. This planet? You have no sentiment toward it? Questioned Galactus. Should it, my lord? Would this be a world you would offer me to feed upon? Yes, mighty Galactus. It is my offer to you. So be it. By your own word, I shall feed and be satisfied on Krypton. What? Jor-El became Surfer, but it fucked with his mind. And he's like, fuck it. He's not even Jor-El anymore. He's like, fuck it, dude. Take this world. Just just feed on Krypton still. Amazing turn of events. So now you cut to Lara, Elle, I guess. Superman's mom and shit. And she's looking on, she's like, Jor-El must have failed. He's still gonna fucking rape our planet. A single tear rolls down her cheek, and she says, Cal! Throws Cal in the rocket ship and fucking fires him off, right? The classic thing of, goodbye, Cal. I'm gonna send you on a rocket ship. It's gonna land on Earth. And he escaped. So, dude, how about that? To the tweaking of Superman's origin, he is still sending off Cal from a dying Krypton, but it's because fucking Jor-El became Surfer and Galactus destroyed it. Holy shit. Epilogue. Tens of thousands of kilometers away, a flash was seen from behind a rocket, speeding away from Krypton's carnage. Inside, a small child watched the holographic message played. He would not understand it. Oh, baby Kal-El's in the spaceship flying away. A holographic message pops up, and it's Jor-El, his father. You will travel far, my little Kal-El, but we will never leave you, even in the face of our deaths. The richness of our lives shall be yours. All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more, I bequeath to you, my son. You will carry me inside you all the days of your life. You will make my strength your own. See my life through your eyes, as your life will be seen through mine, Jesus. Can I get an amen? The Son becomes the Father, the Son. Hallelujah. It's Sunday, right? This is all I can send you, Kal-El. As you venture so far away, know we are with you. Earth. Earth is the place that shall be your new home. Serve its collective humanity. Live as one with them, Kal-El. Discover where your strength and your power are needed, but always hold in your heart the pride of your special heritage. They can be a great people, Kal-El, if they wish to be. They only lack the light to show them the way. For this reason, above all, their capacity for good, I have sent them to you, my only son. Kal-El would see his father again, but not until he had grown to manhood. For his father's master, Galactus, would in time set his sights on Earth. But that's a story for another time. Fuck, dude, bro. Let me pull up the chat. Bro, how sick is that? How sick is that? Galactus destroys Krypton. Jor-El becomes Silver Surfer. Kal-El is shipped off to Earth. And later down the road, when Galactus returns to or arrives at Earth to destroy it and feed on it, much like the FF storyline, Superman has to face him and reunites with his father, the new Silver Surfer. That's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. Welcome, Jay Hood. Good to see you, man. I went through your entry. Fantastic. And it was so clear now too. When I sent you that message before about, hey, what exactly is up with the Bruce Wayne being with the Luthors? You explain it right from the jump. Wayne baby kidnapped. That was, that should have told me what I needed to know. So that was my that was my lazy reading, I think, of that. Right, that was pretty amazing, wasn't it, Coach Vic? That was solid. Yeah, man. What's white and falls from the sky? The coming of Galactus. I love when I'm exercising. It feels like I'm always coming all the time. It's fantastic. You ever see that on Pumping Iron where Arnold says that exercising feels like he's coming? He's like, that's why I'm so happy all the time. I'm in the gym. I'm always coming. I'm coming all the time. It's like, what, bro? Oh, shit. All right, let's get this party started. I hope you enjoyed the last of me sharing the entries. I think they were great. So much creativity. Man, people really hooked your boy up, man. This is my favorite contest that I've done, for real. This was really cool, and I think it gave people like an outlet to be creative and share that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was like, yo, if people are gonna like take the time to be creative and put a story together, like I must share them. You know what I'm saying? I want everyone to like dig on that. Yeah, they were really good. Even the short ones, Like there was some that were like a sentence or two in the comment section, but sometimes you can accomplish a lot in just a short thing, like just a really dope concept that you can get across in like a few sentences paints that picture of like, oh yeah, fuck, that would be dope. But then you start thinking of the possibilities yourself. So they were all dope, from the short ones to the longer ones. It was great. Really well done. Thanks. We were way off the rails with that one. Yeah, well, my Arnold. Yeah, sorry. Thanks for the platform. Yeah, of course, man. I really want that horror English literature fucking Batman book now. Uh, all right, so here's my thank you to you guys. I don't know what the book is yet, but just know whoever wins, I'm gonna do the commission, and I'll probably throw in some books too. And just to remind you, um, basically you just choose whatever you want on here. I was thinking, since it's a what if contest, it might be fun for whoever wins the commission to choose, what character would you like to see? I'll try to draw a character of your choosing with the gauntlet, you know, almost like a what if prize. And then I'll throw some, depending on who wins, I'll try to get a sense of your interest, and I'll throw in some personalized stuff for you. Okay. I love when Arnold is sitting at the table before the contest, telling Louis' family that this will be his 6th time winning. And Louis tried, but it was good enough. Yeah. Yeah, definitely big egos. All right, let's do this. I got all the names loaded up here, right here. I don't think I'm missing anybody. I went through and I kind of like double checked. Wait, am I sharing this? Oh no, sorry. Let me share this. Oh yes, and I almost forgot. And the commission is gonna come in a DGC slab. You were gonna get the '84 sketch in a DGC slab. Come on, it's gonna be dope. This is gonna be a dope prize, honestly. I can't wait to start working on it. Thank you, D-Ron, for reminding me. I forgot that was like a new addition we did. Thank you for that too, because this is, you know what? This whole contest has been about creativity from front to back, from all the entries, and even the prize is going to be an outlet of creativity with the sketch. And D-Ron gets creative with his own labels and his own slabs. I dig this fucking contest. This is a good one, if I may say. My girls are watching with me. Truer words have never been said. J Hood Creative is daddy. That's right. Your daddy is J Hood. J Hood is our daddy. Yo, Big Shaq, what's up, man? Looking forward to your Hero and the Kid interview. You came just in time. You came just in time, because I just went over. Big, you're going to want to go back, and I think I read some last entries, and boy, they were good. They were good. Okay, here we go. Here's the list. Here's who I got on my final list, and I think I'm good. Biggie, ICT Vinny, Brick Hunter, Drakir, Chris Barrett, Grayman, Metarog, Collectible Paper, Cardstock Variant, Comic Mag Musings, 64-page special, Mark Knapp, Joey Bag of Sevens, Kachung, Keith Drinks and Comics, Bubba French, Magic Lasso, J Hood Creative, Comics Altruism, Norin J. Powell, Ruben Guzman, Coach Vic. Bam. I think I got everyone. Um, damn. Is that the whole short? Is that the whole thing? It's pretty heavy. Forgot Will. Did I forget Will? Yeah, that's right. I think, yeah, Will did send me one, didn't he? Hope I didn't forget people. Yeah, because I think Will just hit me up on IG with his, I think. I think we're good. Just check this out real fast. Real fast. Sorry, bear with me one sec, y'all. Oh, dude, how could I forget? Comic Books NYC. I gotta read you Comic Books NYC. Good thing I just checked. Oh, he would have killed me. Um, yo, Peepa. Yeah, what up, Lasso? Oh, my pleasure, man. This has been really fun. Warlord, what up? So, Comic Books NYC. DC. Hold on. Let me just do this. His is quick. It's a quick one in my comment section. DC, Marvel, and IDW present DC Marvel Team Up. DC Marvel IDW Team Up #1, featuring Justice League Dark, Young Avengers, and TMNT. A Tale of Three Cities. He even laid out the production team. Written by Biggie Shack. Interior pencils by Alec White Whale Comics. Interior inks by Comic Kid 84, Kenny. Colors by Jimmy Boatwright. Editor-in-Chief, NYC Don Dada. Synopsis. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have stumbled upon a drug ring that uses pizza delivery guys as their end-to-end system to move product. How did they come across this? I wonder. Yeah, right, from ordering pizza. Meanwhile, the Justice League Dark team, consisting of the originals, Constantine, Madame Xanadu, Deadman, Shade, the Changing Man, and Zatanna, are investigating a mysterious supernatural threat in Gotham City. Tigers are involved, he said. On the other side of the country is in Los Angeles, the Young Avengers team of Hawkeye, Hulkling, Speed, Wiccan, and Miss America Chavez are bowling. That's right, bowling. But that's not all. There is a sinister mastermind connected to all three events in all three locations, only to be revealed if you dare read this daring, adventurous tale of three cities. Nuff said, Don Dada out, he said. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Did I have Mark Spector? Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. I just don't want to mess up. I just want to leave people out, you know. So I'm just gonna do a real time double check. Mark Spector was in. I remember I read his. What if Doctor Strange was in an alternate dimension? We gotta put Spector in there. Here we put in Kachun, Grayman, Vinny, Brick Hunter. Collectible Paper. Did I put? Yeah, Collectible Paper's in it. Mag Musings, Metarog, Greek Geeks, Bubba French. Okay, everyone's in. I just missed. I think I just missed Mark Spector for some reason, and NYC and Wildebeest. Okay. Oh. Boom. We got the whole list popping. You'll see I added NYC and Wildebeest here at the end, and Mark Spector at the top. So what we're gonna do is get the dice roll up. Let's see. We're gonna get the dice roll up. Okay, can you guys see the dice roll? Yes, you can. All right, let's roll that dice. Speaking of gambling, you're gonna like this, J Hood, since you're talking poker. Some more game of chance. Roll that dice. 5, 6, 7, 8. We're gonna hit that list 8 times. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Boom. Boom. 8 times. Share screen. Then we're gonna get out of here. Then I'm gonna get into my afternoon here. Bam. Okay, we're sharing. 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, man, here we go. The winner of the contest is going to get the custom sketch and the in a DGC slab is oh shit, it's Kavi. It's Kavi Comic Books NYC. The Dawn. The Dawn Data. The Dawn Data. What an electrifying turn of events. That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh shit. Dawn Data. NYC. Congrats, dude. The die is cast, as they say, and Kavi came out victorious. I wonder who he's gonna pick to have me sketch on this thing. Well, you know, this is the finale episode of this contest, the What If contest. It's been I'm so glad I did it, bro. I didn't think that people were going to really kill it the way they did, and I got such fantastic ones. I really did. Oh, I can't say. He says, "What's your favorite one?" I don't know if I could really answer that. I really can't. The like all the ones I read today were fire. I really like Norin's of the Superman Silver Surfer deal. That was great. Yeah, there's no way I could choose. I don't think. Those are some really good ones. But yeah, I'm glad I did it, bro. People really came through, knocked it out the park. Appreciate it, and I had a lot of fun. And I hope you guys had fun, like tuning into these videos along the way to peep. I tried to try to read them with enough of that panache and passion to have you really to do their stories justice. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that came through. All right, man. I'm just gonna get the fuck up on. I'm gonna get the heck on out of here. Sorry, I'm gonna get the heck out of here, and enjoy my Sunday. I'll talk to you guys later. I appreciate it. This has been a production of the NWO.